Yeah, kills everybody because today we'll be playing a game called I Just Want a Boyfriend. I can't believe I have this in my games backlog list. Let's start. Warning: contain gore, murder, death, stalking, kidnap. Oh my goodness. Do not. Wow, okay. You have my interest now. Do you wish to continue? Yeah. What is your name? Let's see. Let's go for Forte. What is your last name? Forte, Rhapsody. August, common round. I wake up to the sound of my alarm clock. I quickly hit the snooze button. I stay in bed for a while longer, almost drifting back to sleep, but then I remember today is a very important day. It's my first day of senior year. It's kind of crazy that my life as a student is almost over. No time to reminisce though, I've got a big day today. I get out of bed and start getting ready for the day. After I'm done brushing my teeth and hair, I grab my uniform from my closet. I then grab my backpack and head downstairs. I see my mom already making breakfast in the kitchen while my sister sits in the living room. Good morning, Friday. Did you sleep well? Morning, Mom. I slept great. Are you ready for your first day of senior year? God damn it. The music's a little too loud on my end. Let me just... As ready as I could be. Still, I can't believe how fast you've grown. I still remember when I dropped you off at preschool for the first time. Oh, that reminds me, has the wind come by yet? We're supposed to be walking to school together. He hasn't come by yet. His mom said that he slept in today and is going to be a bit late. In the meantime, just eat your breakfast. Mom then sets a fresh plate of pancakes in front of me. Anna, come eat your breakfast. I then see my sister get up from her spot on the couch and take a seat next to me. She then proceeds to eat her breakfast without saying a word to me or Mum. After finishing breakfast, I start to head out the door. I wonder if that's going to be significant later. Don't forget your lunch. Mom walks towards me and hands me my lunch. Thanks, Mom. You're welcome. Now start headed to school. You wouldn't want to be late on the first day. Bye, Mom. I step outside the door, locking it with the spare key that Mom gave me. When I step off the porch, I see a familiar figure standing on the sidewalk. Hi, Forte. Hi, Win. I'm glad you were able to make it. Win and I have been best friends since first grade. We practically grew up together. I could never be late on the first day. You know me? No, I don't know you. You do have a point. Anyways, we should probably start heading out. You think? Win and I started walking to school in silence. But it's not long before Win starts talking. I hope we have classes together. We better. Last year we didn't even have one class together. I know, that was a really boring year. Even if we don't have any classes together, we can at least hang out during lunch. I guess, but it's not the same as having class with you. Cheer up, I'm sure we'll have classes together. We continue talking about various topics until we arrive at school. Here we are. Silverwood Academy, even though it's all yellow. And not wood. A very prestigious school that I managed to get into. It was my dream to get into the school, and at the end of the 8th grade I managed to get in. I don't know how Win got in with his poor grades though. Money. Come on, Father, let's go pick up our schedule. I quickly follow Win into the building. When we walk into the office, I walk up to one of the staff members. Hi, are you here to pick up your schedule? Yes. What is your name? Forte Rhapsody. After a few moments of tapping on her computer, I see a piece of paper being printed. She pulls the paper out from the printer and holds it out to me. Here, alright, here's the schedule. Thank you. I grab the paper from her hand and step into the hall. What about the other guy? What about Win? Does he have to get a paper? Oh well. I look at the piece of paper and read it. It looks like my first class is English with Mrs. Thatcher. I look up from the paper and see Win coming out of the office. When he notices me, he starts to head towards me. Forte, what's your first class? English. Oh, looks like we're not in the same class. That's okay, we might have other classes together. Win and I spent a few moments looking over each other's schedules only to find that we don't have any classes together. What? We don't have any classes together? Yeah, that's what I thought. What I said in the previous monologue. I'm going to be so lonely without you. Don't worry, Win, we can survive not having class together and we can always go home together after school. After all, we can still hang out during lunch. I guess you're right. Anyways, let's start headed to class. I'll see you at lunch. See you at lunch. Luckily, my class isn't too far from the office, so I don't have to worry about being late. When I found my class, I see that the door is propped open and I can already hear the chatter of other students from inside. I enter the class and sit down at an empty desk. Looks like Mrs. Thatcher isn't here yet. Even though I've been with the same kids for 3 years, I'm not really close with any of them. The only people I'm actually friends with are Win and Chloe. Sigh. I wish I had more friends. Maybe then I wouldn't be so lonely. Excuse me, is anyone sitting here? My thoughts are interrupted by a voice I don't recognize. I look up and say, Sorry, this is my first day here, and you might already have someone that you want to sit with. Oh, no, you can sit here. Thank you, you're really kind. It's really nothing. I don't really know anyone in this class. It's not nothing. I asked a few people before, and they were really rude. That's teenagers for you. Dude, you're the same age as them, what the hell? But you mentioned that it's your first day here. Isn't it everyone's first day? This is my first year at the school. I know it's weird that I'm starting at my senior year, but I just moved here, and my mom thought that the school would be a good fit for me. Well, that explains why I don't recognize you. You don't? No, should I? No, there's no reason you should. Anyways, tell me more about you. The two of us continue chatting until the teacher walks in. Welcome, class, to the first day of senior year. I'm so happy to see you all here today. Looks like the other students were right, she's very peppy. Since this is your senior year, you will be doing a year-long group project. For this project, you will be put into a group of 2 and will be analyzing 10 poems from a poet of your choosing. Then you will make a poem of your own that includes the themes and writing style of the poet of your choosing. Oh great, a group project. I will now be choosing your partners. Mrs. Thatcher starts to call various people and putting them into groups. Eventually, I hear my name called. Forte, you will be working with Paris. Paris, who's that? That's me. I then look over to my right and see that Paris is none other than the boy that was sitting next to me. That's a boy with that long hair. Okay. Looks like we'll be working together for the whole year. Isn't this exciting? I guess. I look forward to working with you, Forte. He then holds out his hand for me to shake. I hold my hand out as well and shake his back. Shake his back? Okay. I look forward to working with you too. After many classes, finally time for my favorite part of the day, lunch. I head outside towards the courtyard and start looking for my friends. After only a few moments of searching for them, I hear a familiar voice call out my name. Forte, we're over here. I turn to the source of the sound and spot my friend Chloe frantically waving her arms to get my attention. I also see Win standing next to her, also waving his arms at me. I quickly run towards Chloe and barrel her into a hug. I miss you so much. Me too. What the hell is your ears? It's been forever since we've seen each other. Is that your actual ears? Wait, are they humanoid, whatever? Whatever it's called? Half human, half animal kind of things? You two realize we saw each other last week, right? Yeah, but 1 week is way too long to not see Chloe. Chloe and I have been friends since sophomore year. We became friends very quickly thanks to our shared love of fictional men. I later introduced her to Win and we've been a trio ever since. So how have you all been? Even though you're flopped. I've been good. I finally got the new game I've been wanting to play. The three of us continue chatting about our summer until Win interrupts the conversation. I completely forgot about lunch. I'm going to go get my lunch. Do you guys want anything from the cafeteria? No thanks, I'm good with the lunch I have. I'm good too, thanks though. Alright, I'll be back. He then leaves, heading towards the cafeteria. So, Forte, you find any new guys you want to tell me about? Not really. Well, come on, you always have some new guy to tell me about. You mean to tell me that there's no new guy? That's not what I mean. Then what do you mean? Well, I'm just tired of seeing every other girl at school have a boyfriend except for me. That's why this year I'm going to give up on the fictional men and get a real boyfriend. Okay, do you have any idea who this future boyfriend of yours is going to be? No, not really. Why not Win? You two have been friends for forever. And he would do absolutely anything for you. Let's save here. Ew, absolutely not. Absolutely. Ew, why would you say something like that? Win's like a brother to me, not a boyfriend. Okay, then who do you want to be your boyfriend? Well, that's the thing, I don't really know anyone. How could you say that your goal is to get a boyfriend when you don't know any guys? I was hoping you could set me up with someone. You know a lot of people, and I thought that maybe one of these people would be a good match for me. Sorry for it, but every guy I know is either taken or just not interested in women. I can't help you. But if you do find someone, I'd be happy to be your wingman. Really? You can count on me. Thank you, Chloe. What are friends for? Exploiting them. Exploitation. What are you two celebrating for? Oh, nothing. We were just really happy to be at school again. Really, that's hard to believe, but whatever floats your boat. That's hard to believe. Anyways, you were telling us about this new game you got? Right, wait, what? What? Oh, really? I can't really read it? Right, okay, and then... Right, okay, so it's set in a post-apocalyptic world where robots are the sole rulers and the protagonist is... Wow, which one is it? It's so... sci-fi generic. Bam. Suddenly, I'm struck in the head by a blunt object and I fall to the ground. Oops, sorry, Forte. Wait, I know that voice. I open my eyes and see him standing above me. Rory Levine, my arch enemy. He's currently a junior and I've had the displeasure of knowing him for 2 long years. He's hot-headed, arrogant, and overall just a horrible person. I don't know why, but he's hated me ever since we first met. I look up and see a smug smirk planted across his face. What was that for? What? What was that for? And then... I want to slap that smirk off his awful face. Okay. Maybe next time you should pay better attention to your surroundings. Wayne and Chloe quickly help me up, all the while Ronald just stands there. Maybe next time you should pay attention to where you're throwing stuff. You little... Whoa, let's just all calm down for a second. I'm sure it was nobody's fault. Let's just try to get along. Whatever. Warren shoots me a glare before walking off. Are you alright, Forte? Yeah, just a small hit. Yeah, I should be fine. After hours of being stuck in the classroom, I'm finally free. But I love school, though. I should head to the library. I overheard some of my classmates talking about a new manga I've been wanting to read. I'm lucky enough that my school's library doesn't have traditional books, but also graphic novels and manga. I head towards the library, hoping to find the book I'm looking for. When I enter the spot, the librarian sitting at the front desk, walk towards her, hoping she can direct me to the book I'm looking for. Hi, I was hoping you could tell me where I could find Snowy Blush? The book is going to be aisle A4. Thank you. I then head towards aisle A4 and start to look for the book. I run my fingers along the spines as I search, but no matter how long I look, I can't seem to find it anywhere. Where is it? Suddenly I hear a crash from the aisle next to me. Not again. I head towards the source of the sound to see what happened. I turn the corner and see... a boy on the ground, various papers and books around him. Why does everybody have long hair? Dang it, why does it always happen? Are you alright? Fuck. It skips, but... Yes, I'm perfectly fine. Are you sure? Do you need any help? You don't have to do this. This is my fault after all. I insist. I bend over and start picking up the papers and books that had fallen on the ground. When I finish picking everything up, I hold out my hand to the boy and help him up. Thanks for helping me. It's no problem. But how did this happen? Well, I usually help around the library after school, but when I was restocking the shelves, I went to put a book away on the top shelf and all of the books ended up falling over. It's no big deal though. This always happens. Do you need any help? I'm sure with me helping you won't fall over so much. And if you do fall, I'll catch you. You'd really do that? Uh-huh. Thank you. By the way, what's your name? If I'm going to be helping you, I should know your name. Right, I'm Kiyoshi. Right, nice to meet you, Kiyoshi. My name is Forte. Nice to meet you too, Forte. With introductions out of the way, we started to restock the shelves. I tried to make small talk along the way, but Kiyoshi doesn't talk all that much. I did manage to learn a few things about him, though. I learned that Kiyoshi loves to read, and that he's also a senior. I was surprised that I'd never seen him before, especially because we go to such a small school, but he did look kind of familiar. After about an hour, we were done stocking the shelves. Kiyoshi thanked me for helping him and told me that he could handle the rest. I started to head towards the door, but before I could leave, I heard a voice call out to me. Excuse me, miss. Yeah? Here is the book you were looking for. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot that this was the whole reason I came here. Just make sure to return by the end of the next month. You can count on me. I then left the library and headed towards the school's entrance. While walking out of the building, I noticed someone I recognized. Griff Moore, president of the student council, the most popular boy in school. He's the type of guy that every girl has a crush on. He's kind, smart, handsome, the whole package. He must have noticed staring at me because he looked towards my direction. Hello, Forte. Hey, Griff. Despite being the same year as me, I've only talked to Griff a few times and I always get flustered when we speak. How was your first day? It was nice. That's wonderful to hear. How was your first day? It was amazing. I gave a tour to the freshmen and meet some of them as well. They're all wonderful students. Anyways, as you start heading home, it was nice speaking with you. Goodbye, Forte. Once he left, I started to walk home too. By the time I got home, the sun was already starting to set. I stepped out of the porch and unlocked the door. When I stepped inside, I saw no sign of my mum, but I did see my sister. Hi, oh, is it Arya? I thought it was Anna. Arya. Hey, how was your first day of 8th grade? It was alright, I guess. Can you leave me alone now? I'm trying to relax. Alright, message received. I then walked upstairs towards my room. When I got inside, I closed the door and changed it to something more comfortable. Once I was changed, I headed back downstairs and into the kitchen. I looked at the pantry to see what I could make for dinner. I noticed that we had some uncooked spaghetti noodles. Looks like we're having spaghetti tonight. I got a pot of water and started to boil it. Once it was hot enough, I put the noodles into the pot. What about the sauce? Once the spaghetti was cooked, I added some sauce and called Arya to start eating. When I had finished eating, I cleaned off my plate and headed to upstairs to take a shower. After my shower, I immediately headed to... God damn it, I don't care about you chronicling your fucking dues, your after-school routine in your house. After my shower, I immediately headed to my desk to watch my favorite creator, and then I went to brush my teeth, and then I went to wash my face, and then I went to open my computer, and then I looked at some stuff, and then I looked at more stuff. Like, shut up. Luca Valentine. Luca's a very popular fashion influencer that I've been obsessed with since middle school. During the weekdays, he streams at 9 p.m. right now. It's 8:59. I hop onto my computer and open the streaming website. I click on the join stream button. Hello, my wellies, and welcome back. He's so cute. I wish I could dress like him. I continue to watch the stream until its eventual end. I will see you all another time. Bye. I close my computer and stand up from my desk chair. I flop down onto my bed and scroll through my phone for a while before I turn it off. I plug my phone into its charger and turn off my light. I then slept. I then put my head on the pillow. I then put a blanket on. And then... God damn it. I drifted off into a peaceful slumber. And then... Well, at least we didn't chronicle what the hell we did after waking up. After a long first week of school, we finally arrived at Friday. Right. Currently, I'm sitting in my English class working on the group project with Paris. How long until school is over? 274 days left until graduation. That's way too long. What do you think? Forte? Sorry, what did you say? I was asking about what poet we should do our project on. I don't care, pick whichever one you want. Okie dokie, don't you worry, I'll pick the perfect one. How are you so happy this early in the morning? How can you not be this happy in the morning? Early morning is my favorite time of the day. It's when I'm the most happy. Come to think of it, I don't really know all that much about you despite us being seatmates. You're right, we should change that. Feel free to ask me anything, I'm an open book. Ask about hobbies. What are some of your hobbies? I absolutely love to dance. Oh, and shopping. You dance? When I was younger, I took ballet lessons for about 2 years ago and I started tap. Tap dancing. I've been in a lot of competitions and I've won quite a few of them. That's very impressive, Paris. It's nothing, I'm just doing what I enjoy. It's impressive to me I can't dance to save my life. If you're interested, maybe I could teach you sometime. I'll think about it. Do you have any other questions for me? Ask about family. What's your family like? My family. Well, they're my family. And? I know I said I was an open book, but I'm not comfortable talking about my family. You can ask me anything else, though, I swear. Ask about favorite color? What's your favorite color? Pink. Any other questions? Ask about future career? What job do you want to have once you graduate? I want to be a model. I got a manager a few months ago and I've already done a few shoots. Pretty soon you're going to be seeing my face on magazines. You want to be a model? Yeah, I just said, are you stupid? Are you slow? I'm gonna be honest and say that modeling was what I least expected from you. What are you talking about? Of course I want to be a model. Have you seen my face? Ask about favorite food. What's your favorite food? Well, I really like spicy foods. Okay, I'm done asking questions. I don't have any more questions. Well, in that case, do you mind if I ask you some questions of my own? Sure, I don't see why not. Alrighty, first question, what's your favorite color? Green. Ooh, that's a good color. Next question, what's your favorite flower? I don't know, let's go for the default. I don't even know if this is gonna be significant in any way. Roses. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Any other questions? Just one more. What kind of traits do you seek in a romantic partner? I'm sorry, what? Why would you want to know that? They're just questions. No need to get so worked up over them. This is me trying to get to know you better. So, can you answer my question? Sure. Let me save. Someone who's kind? Sure. That's a good answer. I think I know you a lot better now, Forte. I think I know better you now too, Paris. Anyways, we should get back to working on the project. Yeah, you should have done that in the fucking beginning, because that's the whole part of this whole group project thing. After a long first period, it's finally time for my second period of the day, music. I entered the music room and grabbed my clarinet from the cabinet. Alright, class, sit down your seats and pull out the sheet music I gave you yesterday. Once everyone has the sheet music on, Mr. Anderson starts rehearsal. Not even 5 minutes of rehearsal, we're interrupted by the sound of the door opening. We're sorry to interrupt, but we have an announcement to make. Well, if it isn't our wonderful president and secretary, you don't have to apologize, we just started. Well, in that case, Minute, would you like to do the honors? Gladly. We need class representatives for each year. A class representative will join the student council meetings and work closely with Griff on events like school dances. It's a really great opportunity and you will look great in your college applications. If you would like to apply for the position, stop by the student council room next week. That's it for our announcement. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. And just like that, they left, closing the door behind them. Alright, class, back to where we left off. Class representative? Would I be able to pull off a role like that? No matter how much I try to ignore it, I can't seem to get the idea of being a class rep out of my head for the rest of the day. Earth to Forte. Sorry, what were we talking about? I was asking you if you had found a boyfriend yet. But what were you thinking about? Well, today, during one of my classes, some of the student council members came in and talked about a new position they were opening. I'm contemplating whether or not I should apply. I think you should go for it. Really? Of course, if you're on the student council, you'll get closer to members. Maybe Griff could be your boyfriend. Absolutely not. Why not? You two would be perfect together. He's way too popular for me to even befriend. Imagine how hard it would be to date him. I think about all the death stares I would get from the other girls. I cannot deal with that kind of pressure. Fine, but I still think he's the best option for you. So if it'll make you happy, I'll think about it. Yes, thank you, Forte. Why do you care so much? She then wraps her arms around me in a tight embrace. I can't breath. Oops, sorry. Chloe releases me and returns to a normal distance between us. Looks like we're at my house. I'll see you on Monday. See you Monday. After Chloe enters her house, I start walking towards my house. I pop in my earbuds and start to listen to some music as I walk. As I'm walking, I pass by a place I recognize. This is the park me and Win used to play in as kids. Oh, what the fuck? Why does this keep fucking skipping? Maybe I could hang out here for a while. Suddenly I spot the absolute last person I want to see. Rory. Nope, never mind, just keep walking. Yeah, 14. Dang it. Slowly I turn around to face Rory. Yeah, do you need something? Come over here. I begrudgingly walk over to him. Once I reach him, he starts to speak again. Give me your notes. What? Why? We're not even in the same math class. We might not even be in the same class, but we're in the same level. How do you know that? I managed to get a peek at your schedule earlier today. What makes you think I would give you my notes? Aren't you always preaching about how I should be nicer to people? Maybe giving me your notes will change me. A good deed for a good deed. I highly doubt that. Don't you want to make me a better person? I vaguely gesture to him. Sorry, but there's absolutely nothing I can do to fix that. New little. Now if we're done here, I will be on my way. I turn to leave, but I suddenly feel Rory tug on my backpack and I fall down to the ground. As I'm on the ground, I see Rory standing above me, holding my bag in his hand. He quickly unzips my backpack and takes out my math notebook. Hey, give that back. I try to get up, but Rory throws my bag at me, causing me to fall back onto the ground. How many times are you gonna fall on your butt? I watch him run away with my notebook in hand. Come back here. I try to run after him, but I quickly lose him. I can't believe he just took my notebook. What a fucking goblin. He's lucky it's the beginning of the year, otherwise he wouldn't have lived to see another day. I spent the morning lazing about in my bed, relishing in this wonderful Saturday morning. As I scroll through my phone, I hear a ping and see a notification pop up. It's from Win. Hi, Forte. Do you want to come over today? He wants to hang out today. I mean, I don't have anything else to do today. It would probably be good for me to get out of the house anyways. What should I do? What should I do? Why not? Let's hang out with Win. I should hang out with Win. It's been a while since we've hung out one-on-one. I look at my phone and type back a response. I can come over. Not even 5 seconds later, Win replies. Yay, I'll see you soon. I put my phone down and get up from my bed. I grab my purse and shoes, then head downstairs. Where are you headed, sweetie? I'm heading to Win's house. He wants to hang out today. Really? That's a surprise. You haven't been at his house in 3 years. You used to go there all the time. What happened? I don't know. I think I was really stressed about school or something like that. That doesn't matter though. What's important is that I'm going there today. I sit on the couch and start to put on my shoes. Well, I hope you have fun. Make sure you tell Win's mom I said hi. Don't worry, I will. I finish tying my shoes and stand up. Bye, Mom. Bye, Forte. I'll wave goodbye to Mom as I walk out of the house. Win's house isn't too far from mine. The walk there isn't even 10 minutes. As I walk, I think back to the last time I came over. Mom's right, I haven't been over in a long time. Win always tried to invite me to his house over the years, but I always refused. His house used to be our go-to hangout spot during middle school. But once we entered high school, things changed. Win was always an outgoing and friendly person, but when we entered high school, he was the one who made all sorts of new friends. Meanwhile, I was the shy one who was too scared to talk to anyone. He was my only friend, and when he would hang out with his new friends, I would be completely alone. So I tried to distance myself from him. I stopped hanging out with him, eating dinner at his house, playing video games together, all the things we used to do together. I didn't think he wanted to be friends anymore, so I gave him the space I thought he wanted. We didn't talk for a few months, but eventually Win reached out. Slowly we started to talk again. Eventually things were back to the way they used to be. God, I love exposition. I still kept somewhat of a distance from him. I still want to be friends, but how do I know that he wants the same? I pulled away from my thoughts as I approached Win's house. I walked up to the door and knocked. After a few moments, the door opens. Forte! The second he sees me, he pulls me into a hug. Hey, Win, nice to see you. I was surprised when you said that you could come over. Usually when I ask, you're always busy. Then I guess today's your lucky day. Come on, let's go inside. I followed Win to his house, closing the door behind me. Despite not being here for so long, it's exactly the same as I remember. Let's go to my room. I have a few games that I wanted to play together. I followed Win upstairs to his room. While the living room was the exact same as I remember, Win's room looks completely different. Completely different. The walls are a different color, the bedding, the decorations, everything. The newest addition to his room is that there's a large flat screen TV facing the bed. Wow, lucky. I remember when always wanted a TV in his room so I could play video games from the comfort of his own room. Looks like he finally got his wish. I looked to Win. He's rummaging through his collection of games, looking for one we can play together. Found it. Win stands up and walks over to me. He shows me a game case and I read the cover. Star Chronicles? Yep, it's a fighting game where you play as magical girls. It's really fun. I played it with some of my friends when it came out and we had a blast. I thought maybe we'd enjoy it as well. Sounds fun, I'm in. He then opens the case and inserts the game into the console. He grabs two controllers and sits on his bed. I sit down next to him and he hands me a controller. You ready? Ready. Win then starts up the game and I'm immediately sucked in. We play a few rounds, I win some, win some. I forgot how much fun playing games with Win was. I also forgot how competitive I can get. You cheater. What? You totally cheater. There's no way you beat me fair and square. You're just using the same move over and over. I'm just using your lack of skill to my advantage. It's not my fault you can't dodge a simple attack. You. We go back and forth with our banner and continue to enjoy the game. After a while we get bored and switch games. We continue to cycle through different games until it's dark. I really enjoyed hanging out with you today, Forte. Me too, I had a lot of fun. I don't remember the last time we hung out like this, maybe freshman year? Yeah, it has been a while. We haven't had a private conversation either, have we? Guess not. Forte? Yeah? Do you mind if I ask you a question? Feel free to ask me something as well if you want to. Sure, that's fine. What's your plan after graduation? That's what he wants to ask? I thought I was going to ask something else. I'm taking a gap year. I'm going to college. I plan on going to college. I expected as much. Do you know what you want to major in? Let's go for the hardest. Law. I thought so. We've always seemed to be interested in that since we were kids, even though I'm shy and stuff. Thanks, Win. I've asked what I wanted to ask. Feel free to ask me anything you want. Ask about gardening club. How's gardening club going? It's going great. We're hoping to get a lot more members this year. And hey, if you don't already have a club in mind, maybe you can join gardening. Well, think about it. Ask about college. I know you want to go to college, but what are you planning on majoring in? I want to major in game design. I already found some good universities that offer it. Always hope you go into game design. You seem to enjoy it a lot. Ask about friends. How have your friends been? They're great. We hang out all the time. You should join us sometime. You'd have fun. I don't know when. I wouldn't want to intrude. You wouldn't be intruding. They would love to have you around. And if they do give you trouble, I'll make sure to set them straight. Where's your mom? Shouldn't she be home by now? She's on a business trip right now. She'll be back next week. I have no more questions. I don't have any more questions. Would you like to stay for dinner? I think I can whip something up with what we have in the fridge. Sure, I can stay. Let me message my mom first. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, fellas. I have to edit here because I have to prepare for work now. So this is I Just Want a Boyfriend. If you want to get for yourselves, the links are in the description. That was all for today. Stay safe. I had to care of yourselves. I wonder where this is going. Because there's gore and stuff. There's a trigger warning. Yeah, a warning of sorts. Oh, boy. Are the dudes gonna come across each other and just kill each other battle royale style? That'd be fucking hilarious.